Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our topic comprehension ability. Now, this is part number 34. Till now, we have already done 33 sessions on reading comprehensions. In this session as well, we are going to discuss some more passages or reading comprehensions. So, now let us see which passages we are going to do in this session. So, in this session, we will discuss passage number 29, passage number 30, and passage number 31. It means we are going to discuss 3 passages in this session. So, till now we have done 28 passages till our earlier sessions, but in this session we are going to discuss 3 passages and questions based on these passages. These are short passages, and as I told you before as well, that to solve these passages, we need to first read the entire passage, and after that, we'll go to the questions and start attempting those questions. So, let us first discuss passage number 29. So, here we'll first discuss passage number 29. We'll read the entire passage thoroughly and try to solve the questions based on it. Okay. So, first of all, let us read the passage number 29. So, it is teaching more even than the most other professions. Teaching more even than most other professions. It means we are comparing teaching with other professions. Has been transformed during the last 100 years. It means changed. Transformed means changed. Okay. From a small, highly skilled profession concerned with a minority, it means it was a highly skilled profession only till the limited of the minority. It means only some people were you can say connected with the profession of teaching of the population to a large and important branch of the public service. But nowadays, as you can see, as it is compared to the ancient world, nowadays many people are serving as teachers. Though if we talked about the ancient time or the past time, in that particular era, only a few people were teachers, or they were known as gurus and all. So only few of them who were very intelligent, so they were highly skilled professions, so only those people were teachers. The profession has a great and honorable tradition. Honorable means which require honor, or which is deserving honor, extending from the dawn of history until recent times. It means from the ancient times to the modern times. But any teacher in the modern world who allows himself to be inspired by the ideals of his predecessors, it means those who have been passed, now, who allows himself to inspire by those predecessors, is likely to be made sharply aware that it is not his function to teach what he thinks, but to instill such beliefs and prejudices as are thought useful by his employers. It means those things which are actually meant to be right by the employers or by the people of higher authority. Employers refer to those people who are of higher authority. So here, modern teachers, they do not only teach, but they also instill, or you can say impart some skills in the pupils or in the students, which are actually told by their higher authorities. Okay. Now let us see the questions based on these on this passage. I hope you understood the entire passage. This is a very short passage. It is completed in a single paragraph, and now we will be doing some questions based on this passage. So now let us start doing the questions based on this. First question is: in ancient times means in olden times, the teaching profession was. Now let us see the options: reserved for the upper class, reserved for a privileged few, open to all, or limited to a highly skilled minority. Now, if you see the first line, teaching more even than most other professions has been transformed during the last 100 years from a small, highly skilled profession concerned with a minority of the population. So, during the last 100 years, it means now it has been changed, whereas in our earlier times or in ancient times, it was limited to highly skilled profession concerned with the minority. It means highly skilled minority. Okay. So here, according to the first and second line, the correct answer should be D. That is, its answer is D. That is, it is limited to a highly skilled minority. Okay, I hope you got this answer. Now let us move to the another question. Another question is, what has transformed? Transformed means changed. Teaching into an important branch of public service. Teaching skills. Are these the teaching skills? Technical developments, utilitarian philosophy, the demand for of the employing industry. Now, as far as this para is concerned, the profession has a great and honorable tradition extended from the dawn of history. Dawn means starting of history until the recent times. But any teacher in the modern world who allows himself to be inspired by the ideals of his predecessors. But as you can see over here, to a large and important branch of the public service. Teaching more than even than the most other professions has been transformed during the last 100 years from a small, highly skilled profession concerned with a minority of the population to a large and important branch of public service. Now, what has transformed it or what has made it transform? Actually, it is utilitarian philosophy. And what is utilitarian philosophy? It is a kind of philosophy or the thinking that advocates something good to happen. Okay, if something is changed for the society, for the welfare of society, it is utilitarian philosophy, and it overcomes the negativeness or the bad thing that are occurring in nature. So they just divert or they just convert the things into good. So that is the approach of utilitarian philosophy. Just because of that, it has become public service, because many a people many a person, they are teaching because they want something good to happen in this society. Therefore, C is the correct answer according to the situation. Okay, so this is completely logical. This is not given directly in the passage. It can be only inferred from the passage, but it is possible only if you know the meaning of this philosophy and the other words. Now, if we talk about other words, that is teaching skills. Now, here teaching skills are not concerned with any way, because as you can see over here, inspired by ideals of his predecessors, and is likely to made sharply aware that it is not his function to teach what he thinks, but to instill such beliefs and prejudices as are thought useful by his employers. So this is somewhere for utilitarian philosophy. Technical developments. Now you cannot see any technical development that has been talked about in this session. The demand of the employing industry. Now, again, nothing has been mentioned in this passage about this. So, if we see all the options one by one, we will conclude that yes, it is C to be the answer. Others are not given in the passage, or they are not even mentioned in the passage. Okay. Now, let us move to the next one. The next question is, according to this passage, in modern times, a successful teacher is primarily supposed to. Options are impart knowledge, impart new and latest skills, toe the lines preferred by those in authority, instill values he cherishes the most. Now, if you see the last line, himself to be inspired by the ideals of his predecessors is likely to be made sharply aware that it is not his function to teach what he thinks, but to instill such beliefs and prejudices as are thought useful by his employers. It means by the authority, by those who are in authority. So according to this situation, toe the lines preferred by those in authority. Toe the lines mean which are being suggested or mentioned, okay, or selected, preferred by those in authority. So whatever they want them to teach, they teach that, and they try to impart not only knowledge but also another thing. Now, just because of this word instill, don't confuse yourself by this word, because here it is written, but to instill such beliefs and prejudices. Prejudices means something negative, or when something bad is there in the mind, or some negative thinking, but or some old thinking. Okay, but here it is written, instill values he cherishes the most. Cherishes means likes the most. So this cannot be the answer. Okay, so here the correct answer should be C. Okay, now let us move to the next one. The modern teacher is not able to follow the ideals of his predecessors because, now as you can see, it is given over here, extending from the dawn of history until recent times. But any teacher in the modern world who allows himself to be inspired by the ideals of his predecessors is likely to be made sharply aware that it is not his function to teach what he thinks, but to instill such beliefs and prejudices as are thought useful by his employers. The modern teacher is not able to follow the ideals of his predecessors because of tremendous advancement in professional skills, of social and financial constraints. The students are not serious about studies. The modern teacher has more interest in politics than in academic activity. Now, if you see all these options, you cannot find this anywhere, you cannot find this anywhere, instead you cannot find this anywhere. But of tremendous advancements in professional skills, because there are many changes in the teaching policy and the professional skills, because here they just not only imparting the knowledge or what they think, in fact they are trying to instill those things which are which said by the authority, or you can say useful by his employers, or thought useful by his employers. Therefore here the correct answer should be A. Okay, so according to the context of the passage, it can be inferred that only A can be the correct answer, not the other parts. Okay, now let us move to the next one. And the next question is, the author seems to be against the current trend in the teaching profession, approve the recent developments in the mode of teaching, be a traditionalist in his views, consider education as a part of public service. Now here they consider teaching is the part of public service, not the education. Okay. Be a traditionalist in his ways. No, he is not following the predecessors. Therefore, this also cannot be the answer. Approve the recent developments in the mode of teaching. No, he did not approve anything. Be against the current trend in teaching profession. Yes. So here, author seems to be against the current trend in the profession, because he's talking about the profession has a great and honorable tradition extending, because he's praising honorable tradition extending from the dawn of history until recent times. But any teacher in the modern world, so he's not appreciating modern world teacher who allows himself to be inspired by the ideals of his predecessors is likely to be made sharply aware that it is not his function to teach what he thinks, but to instill such beliefs and prejudices as are thought useful by his employers. Therefore, he is not following the current trend, so he's against the current trend. Here, A will be the correct answer. So, according to the context of the passage, A will be the correct answer. Now, here passage number 29 ends, and now we'll start with passage number 30. Okay, so first of all, let us read the entire passage, and after that, we'll do questions based on this passage. Now, here you can see that the passage is a little big. Okay, so first of all, let us read the entire passage carefully, and after that, we will be doing questions based on this. Okay, now let us start reading this passage number 30. How long I remained in the room, I means author. So here, author is describing some, you can say some situation. How long I remained in the room with the cobra. Cobra, you know well, that is a kind of a snake. I cannot say. It means how much time did he spend there with cobra in the same room? He even didn't realize, or you can say remember. My servant said later. Later means after the situation, that it was only half an hour. It was only half an hour, but you can analyze the situation of that particular man or that author, that he was with a cobra in a room. So that half an hour was you can say was just like a life for him, maybe. And no sound has ever been more welcome to me than the sounds I heard as my servant laid the table for dinner. I called him to the bathroom door. It means right now he is in the bathroom, and there was no sound that he could heard, but the table, or the table, the table for dinner that his servant has laid. So he listened to the, so he heard that sound and called the him means servant to the bathroom door. Okay, and told him of my predicament. Predicament means situation, or the problem, or the problematic situation where he is in, and instructed him to fetch a lantern and a ladder. Okay, ladder means the you can say ladder is a kind of staircase, or the temporary staircase. Okay, so, and lantern, that is to show the light. Okay, now what he did, he told everything about this difficult situation to his servant and asked him to fetch a lantern and a ladder. After another long wait, it means after some time, after another long wait, it means there was some time in between. I heard the babble of voices. Babble means chit chat of people. Okay, babble of voices, as if many people were talking over there. Okay, followed by the scrapping of the ladder against the outer wall of the house. It means outer wall of the house. It was struck with the ladder. It means some maybe possible someone who is dragging that particular ladder towards that. You can say that stroke against the wall. So that particular sound that has been made by that, along with the voices of people who were talking with one another. When the lantern had been lifted to the window, now after the servant maybe, or any other man, maybe possible he was just showing the lantern towards the window of the bathroom, but window 10 feet above the ground. Okay, it means suppose there is a wall, and in that wall there is a suppose there is a ventilator. Okay, or here the people are here, and the author must be here, over here, and they are showing the lantern. So this you can say this hole, or the maybe ventilator, so, or the window, maybe it is 10 feet above the ground. Okay, it is 10 feet above the ground. So this distance between the ground and the ventilator or the window pane, it is around 10 feet. So he was trying to show him lantern from this side, but it was of vain. The ground, it did not illuminate the room. Illuminate the room means show the light in the room, because the distance was too high, or the distance was more, and when he was trying to show him the you can say the light of that lantern, it was unable to reach the room. Okay, so there must be dark in the room. So I told the man who was holding it to break a pane of glass. Pane of glass means to break the glass, and pass the lantern through the opening, and told him to pass the lantern to the author. The opening was too small. Now this is not toe, this is two. Too small, it means it was very, very small, that it was not allowing the lantern to be passed through that window pane, from the lantern to be passed in upright. However, after it had been relit 3 times, relit means try to illuminate it or light it again and again. 3 times he tried. It was finally inserted into the room, and feeling that the cobra was behind me. So it was inserted. It means the light or the lantern was inserted into the room, by which the room was illuminated. It means there was some light in the room now, and feeling that the cobra was behind me. So here the author was feeling something, that it was the cobra was behind him only. I turned my head and saw it lying at the bottom of the bedroom door. So when he just turned back, he saw that the cobra was lying on the floor, on the floor of the bedroom door. at the bottom of the bedroom door 2 feet away. So at the distance of 2 feet, not very much. Leaning forward means getting slant over there. Very slowly, I picked up the heavy bath mat. So what he did, he picked up the heavy bath mat, raised it high, and let it fall as the cobra was sliding over the floor towards me. So because the cobra was sliding towards him, so what he did, he just threw the bath mat over there. Fortunately, it means luckily, I judged my aim accurately. It means he judged his target. It means you can say that his target or his point towards that target was fine, and he was lucky to have reached the target. The bath mat crashed down on the cobra's neck. So it crashed the cobra's neck 6 inches from its head. Okay, it means the bath mat, it felt over here, and it is around 6 feet from his back, from his head. Okay, so the distance was 6 feet, and as it bit at the wood and lashed about with its tail, so it was lashing with its tail, I took a hasty stride to the veranda door. It means he just has a hasty stride. It means he just moved to the veranda hastily. It means as early as possible. Door, and in a moment was outside among a crowd of men. So he escaped and went to the crowd of men, which was after the window. Sorry, after the door, or which was outside the door, outside the house, you can say. Armed with the sticks, because they all were having sticks, okay, and carrying lanterns, and everyone of them was having a lantern. Forward had got round to the railway quarters that I was having a life and death struggle with a big snake in a locked room. So it was just a moment that was like a struggle between the life and death for him, because he was in a room locked with a cobra. So here the author has narrated the situation he faced or he went through, and it is just a dramatic point of view. This is just like a drama, as if we were watching something like a drama, and everything is done with in front of us only. So the author has narrated it thoroughly, the situation that he went through. Okay, now this is the interesting passage. Now we'll see the questions based on this passage. So the first question is, the incident narrated in the passage is, so what the incident in the passage? Humorous? Was it funny? No way. Tragic? Is it dangerous? Of course. Dramatic? Yes, dramatic more, because it has the author has tried to narrate each and every point, how he turned, how he called his servant, what type of voices were there. So everything in a proper genre manner has been told about, has been mentioned in this passage. Therefore, it is somewhere dramatic. So here answer will be C, because it is dramatic. Okay. Now, it was just it is just not a story. In fact, he's telling each and every turn in this passage. Therefore, this is a drama. The room in which the writer is locked in with cobra is his drawing room, bathroom, toilet, or bedroom. Of course, as you see this line, I called him to the bathroom door. It means he's inside the bathroom when he called his servant and tell him about the predicament. So here the correct answer will be B, that is bathroom. Now let us move to the next question. It did not illuminate the room. What is it over here? The lantern. And here illuminate can be replaced by, it means they are asking about the meaning of the word illuminate. Light up brightly, make colorful, throw faint light, or enlighten. Obviously it is light up brightly. Okay, so the answer will be A. Now, a large crowd had gathered outside the writer's room, presumably to catch the snake, kill the snake if it came out, watch the writers struggle with the cobra, or break open the door of the room. Now, as you can see that there were babble of voices followed by a scraping of leather against the outer wall of the house. When the lantern had been lifted to the window, 10 feet above the ground, it did not illuminate the room. Now, many people were outside there, outside the house. Why they were gathered over there? Why the crowd was gathered over there? Outside among a crowd of men for to kill the snake if it came out. So they were just in the, you can say, they were just waiting for the snake, that if it came out, they will kill it. They would kill it. So it will be, answer will be B, of course. So they were not watching the writers struggle, of course. They were just to kill the snake. Now, it was passage number 30, though it was very interesting passage. It's quite big passage, but it was very, very interesting, as it showed us a drama and a situation that one should not face. And if one faces, it is really dangerous. Now, let us do passage number 31. Here we have passage number 31. So first of all, we'll read the entire passage, and after that, we'll start attempting the questions based on this passage. So this is passage number 31. Till now, we have already done 2 passages in this session. It is not luck, but labor that make man. It means they have compared luck and labor, and they are appreciating labor because they are saying that labor is the thing that makes man, not the luck. Luck says an American writer, is ever waiting for something to turn up. It means luck is something that only waits for the thing to happen. Labor with keen eyes and strong will always turns up something. It means luck waits for something to be good, whereas labor, it makes the things good. Luck lies in bed and wishes the postman would bring him news of legacy. It means luck is like a person who is just lying in his bed and waiting for the postman who will bring some good news to him. Whereas labor turns out at 6. Turns out means wakes up at 6 o'clock, and with busy pen and bringing hammer lays the foundation of the competence. It means luck only waits for the you can say waits for the time, whereas labor, it makes the time, or it produces the time. Okay, if a person is a hard worker, he will you can say he will wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he will do hard work the entire day and make the things happen. Luck winds, labor watches. Okay, so this is a proverb again. Luck winds, whereas labor watches. Luck relies on chance. It means luck only relies on chance. It means luck only trusts chance, whereas labor on character. So labor is a person who believes in hard work and do the things happen, whereas luck only waits for the situation, waits for the opportunity, or just keep it on rest and waits if the thing will come, if the thing will happen. Whereas labor, they try to achieve the thing. Okay, they do not rely chances. The people who are who do hard work. Okay, luck slip downwards to self-indulgence. Labor strides upwards and aspires to independence. Okay, luck, it means people who see luck as their priority. What they do, they just keep the thing that if they are written in our fate, they will happen, otherwise it won't. Whereas people who believe in hard work, they just work hard, and they work hard very, very much, and they make the things happen. They do not wait for anything. The conviction means the tradition, therefore, is extending that diligence is the mother of good luck. Okay, diligence means hard work. Only hard work brings the luck. In the other words, that some man's success in life will be proportionate to his efforts. It means his hard work, to his industry, or to his attention to small things. It means they are making labor beyond luck, or they are considering labor beyond luck, because they feel that only labor can make you successful, not the luck. Okay. Now, this is really an interesting and a very meaningful passage, and also this passage, you can say, teach a lot to you all, or to all of us. Okay. Now, first of all, we'll discuss. We have discussed all the passages. Now we will discuss questions based on this passage, as we have read the entire passage. Okay. Now, which of the following statements sums up the meaning of the passage? Okay. Sums up means which of the following statements show the meaning of the passage? Luck often ends in defeat, but labor produces luck. Luck is a self-indulgent, but labor is selfless. Luck waits and complains without working, while labor achieves success although it complains. Luck waits without exertion, but labor exerts without waiting. Now, if we have read the entire passage, we should know that they have considered labor beyond luck. Okay. So they are saying luck often ends in defeat, but labor produces luck. So here, according to this situation, or according to the context given above, A should be the correct answer. Rest are the single line of the passage, but they are not showing the meaning of the entire passage. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. And the next question is, dash labor turns out at 6, and busy pen and ringing hammer lays the foundation of competence. This statement means the laborer lays the foundation of the building. There is no worker who works so hard as the laborer who begins his day at 6 in the morning. Hard work of all kinds makes people efficient. The writer and the laborer are true eyes of the society. So the writer and the laborer. Now let us see all these statements one by one. The laborer lays the foundation of the building. Now it is not written over here. They are saying labor turns out at 6. They are talking about a person who is a laborer. It means who is a hard worker. He turns out at 6 o'clock, means that he wakes up early in the morning. It does not mean that he wakes up at 6 o'clock in the morning. It means he wakes up at the early hour of the morning. It means as early as possible in the morning. And he keeps on working hard the entire day. Okay. And after that, foundation of competence means he makes himself valuable in this world. Okay. So according to this situation, the correct answer should be hard work of all kinds makes people efficient. Okay. It does not mean that if there is a worker who works so hard and turns up, who begins his day at 6 o'clock, it does not mean by that particular labor, because there are many laborers who. So yes, here we talk about this hard work of all kinds of makes people efficient. It does not mean that if the person who wakes up only at 6 is the hard worker. No, maybe possible there are many laborers who wakes up even earlier than 6 o'clock. Okay, so that does not mean, or that does not matter. Here, the correct meaning of this statement is hard work of all kinds makes people efficient. Now let us move to the next one. So here answer will be C. Now let us move to the next question. Which of the following words in the passage indicate that the writer does not ultimately reject the element of luck? Luck is ever waiting. Luck the postman would bring him news. Luck whines. Whines means whines means an annoying manner of cry. Okay, when someone cries in an annoying manner. Okay, when he wants to irritate another one. Diligence is the mother of good luck. So here, according to this situation, he's not considering luck as the bad thing, as he's saying, extending that diligence is the mother of good luck. Though the person should be steady, the person should be hard worker, but that is the mother of good luck. So he's supporting luck as well. So according to this line, D will be the correct answer. The next question is, which of the following statement is true about the passage? So there are 4 statements. Success depends only on hard work. Success is exactly proportionate to hard work. Luck is necessary for success, and expectation of good luck always meets with disappointment. As you can see in the last line of the passage, the conviction, therefore, is extending that diligence is the mother of good luck. In other words, that a man's success in life will be proportionate to his efforts. That is why B will be the correct answer according to the situation given to us. So here, by B will be the correct answer. Now let us move to the next question. Okay, now the questions are over. So all these three passages are over now, and we have already discussed all the three passages along with the questions based on these passages. I hope you understood the meaning of each and every passage, and these passages were simple but very informative and important. So I hope you liked all the passages and the session as well. We will be doing some more passages in our next session. Thanks to you.